David, are you an atheist?
Yes.
When did you become an atheist?
Around age 12.
Believing in God makes no sense. To me, it's the dumbest thing. It's for people that can't accept the fact that they're going to die and rot in the ground like I'm going to do, and it gives them some relief from that thought, because it's not the nicest thought in the world.
Are you an atheist?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you an atheist?
I am. Yeah, I'm an atheist.
Yes, I am.
Alex, do you believe in God's existence?
No, I do not.
Are you open to evidence?
I think I am open to evidence. It just would have to be extraordinarily compelling, like out of this world compelling.
If you could be given evidence, reasonable evidence, would you listen to it?
Yeah, I would.
You're someone who has no faith or no belief in a higher power or a creator, but if you were shown evidence, you would change your mind because you're open.
Absolutely.
Do you believe that nothing created everything?
No, because nothing can perform actions. That makes no sense.
Is that what you believe?
I mean, it can't be nothing. We all have to start from some point.
Well, there has to be something that created everything. You just wasn't God. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's just evolution, how things became from one organism into many.
But that doesn't solve your dilemma of the initial cause. There has to be an initial cause. If there was a big bang in space that from there issued cats and dogs and horses and cows, the sun, the moon, the stars, the seasons, and all this marvel of creation came from a big explosion. What caused the explosion, and where do the materials come from the explosion, and why is there such incredible order from the explosion? Every explosion I've heard of creates chaos, not order. That makes sense?
Oh, yeah.
What is DNA?
What is it? Deoxyribonucleic acid. And it's what makes up our bodies and our cells and everything that makes us who we are.
Everything that you are or ever will be made of starts as a tiny book of instructions found in each and every cell. Every time your body wants to make something, it goes back to the instruction book, looks it up, and puts it together. The book of you would have 46 chapters, one for each chromosome. Each of our book's 46 chapters is between 48 and 250 million letters long. That's 3.2 billion letters total.
Do you believe DNA happened by accident?
It would be like saying an explosion caused everything that makes a 747 airplane to all just come together by accident without some intelligent thought behind it.
Have I given you something to think about today?
I would say you have. It doesn't change my viewpoint.
This has given you something to think about.
But I don't believe in God or the Bible.
Do you now believe in God?
No.
So you're still an atheist. Are you now no longer an atheist?
Yeah, I still am.
Are you no longer an atheist?
I would still go as an atheist.
You know in your heart God exists. I know you know for many reasons. One was, I'm like you. I was running from God too. And two, the Bible says God has given light to every man. And when you put that light out, when you dull that conscience and you're in a knowledge of God's existence, Jesus said, when that light is put out, how great is that darkness? You're like a man who takes the batteries out of a smoke detector because he doesn't like being alarmed by the smoke detector. And all he's doing is doing himself a tremendous disservice, because when he goes to sleep and there's a fire, there's nothing to warn him. And you're going to go to sleep without that conscience telling you what to do because you've dulled it. You've taken the batteries out. And I'm saying, let it be renewed today. Stir up your conscience. Think about your mortality, your death. When the Bible calls an atheist a fool, it doesn't mean a clown or a court jester. When it calls him a fool, it's because he's denying the inner light that God's given to every man, the knowledge of right and wrong. It says, their foolish hearts were darkened, and they embraced a lie rather than the truth. They believed a lie rather than the truth, which is what atheism is. It's a lie. I'm giving you evidence and facts. Just as a physical book, by logic and reason, has a maker, so the instruction book, containing infinite wisdom and intelligence and instructions beyond any human comprehension, is evidence of the existence of an intelligent designer. But the reason you want to fight it is the same reason a thief doesn't want to fight a policeman. The last thing you want is God in your life, because you love your porn, you love your premarital sex, your fornication. In a sense, I'm preaching to the choir because I know that you know the Creator exists. Examine your motives. There must be a hidden motive. Let me see if I can guess what it is, okay? See if I can put my finger on it. If you acknowledge that God does exist, you're admitting you're ultimately responsible to Him. I'm going right to why you've got such a big problem with this. This is so simple. Someone made the book. Someone created DNA. You don't want to say someone who's intelligent because you're into porn, you're into sex with your girlfriend, it gives you so much pleasure and you don't want to give it up. And if God exists, then that's going to put a big wet blanket on everything. And that's not an exciting thought for someone who loves pornography and fornication and all the things that come with it, because there's incredible pleasure in fornication and pornography. And so what you do is you deny the existence of God because it gives you license to do those things without a feeling of guilt. If God does exist, well, you're in big trouble. So what you do is deny His existence. Am I touching your raw nerve? Am I close?
In a way, yeah.
Makes sense?
Makes sense.
It makes sense. I'm still an atheist. Makes sense. I'm still an atheist. Can you see what you're doing?
Yeah.
So you're
I'm
not
lying to myself.
Yeah. Say that again.
I'm lying to myself.
The Bible puts it this way. And this is the condemnation, that the light has come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone practicing evil hates the light, and does not come to the light, lest his deed should be exposed. So, why don't you check your own heart and say, am I really seeking truth here? Or am I trying to run like Adam did from God? You know? Because it's not, Andrew, it's not altogether bad news for an atheist if God does exist. I'll tell you why. It means that you are not just a nothingness that happened because of an accident in space. It means you've got worth, you've got purpose, there's right and wrong. It means there's a way past the thing you have to face, this thing called death that consumes everyone.
What do you worry about? I mean, if midlife crisis is often like facing
death.
your own death.
Yes.
Okay, maybe you'll go to heaven. You'll die and go to heaven.
Okay, that's I need help.
The Bible says that we're tormented by a fear of death, but we're so proud we don't mention it because it makes us seem vulnerable and weak. It's very rare to speak of this in private, let alone in public.
I need to know what to believe in.
Like what happens when you die?
Yes, I don't want to be a bag of